D11 Sports presents St. Luke's Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Northwestern Lehigh High School, the site tonight for Colonial League boys basketball action, a West Division battle. It's our D11Sports.com game of the week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. The Indians from Lehighton with a record of 9-5 and 13-5 overall, taking on the Tigers from Northwestern Lehigh, checking in at 13-1 and 16-2 overall. Hi and welcome everyone. Al DeCarlo alongside Mike Yash. So glad you could join us here on this Friday night. And we're deep into into January already, and we got a great matchup. These two teams just met about 8 days ago in a high-scoring game that went to Northwestern Lehigh.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Northwestern's at the top of the league. You know, they only have one loss, and that's against Notre Dame. Notre Dame only has one loss in league play. And Lehighton started out the season really hot, struggling as of late, battling injuries all year, but they're looking to come in the Tigers' gym tonight and knock them off.
We'll see what happens. Trevor Miller in his 8th year as the head coach, coming off a loss against Palmerton. They have lost 4 out of 5. As Mike said, Joe Roth just coming off a 1,000-point effort.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Roth, when you talk about athletes, he's one of the best athletes in the Colonial League. He's just a big, strong athlete, 6'2", averaging 19 points a game, and just really has to be stopped if Northwestern wants to win this game for the second time this year.
Well, for Pat Wanamaker, he's in his 2nd year. They're coming off a win against Northern Lehigh, their rivals. They scored 99 points in that game. They've won 8 in a row. Gavin Nelson also eclipsing 1,000.
Yeah, Gavin Nelson, arguably the other second-best athlete in the top 2 with Roth in the Colonial League. Gavin Nelson's smaller, but doesn't play small. He's 5'9". The guy's going to college to be a high jumper at Monmouth University. He can jump through the roof. He can shoot from anywhere. He runs the floor. He just has to be stopped if Lehighton's going to win this game.
Well, let's see what happens when we come back. We'll get your starting lineups. You're watching our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
Make game day an experience with digital scoreboards. Fans will experience every moment like never before with stunning high-resolution displays, crystal clear sound, and custom animations packed with school pride. Every single game is going to feel electric. From touchdowns to saves, three-pointers to pins, digital scoreboards makes every moment bigger, better, and unforgettable. Create the ultimate game day atmosphere with digital scoreboards because your fans deserve the best. Visit digitalscoreboards.net and see how we can transform every moment into something extraordinary.
St. Luke's Pediatrics is taking care of kids all over the Lehigh Valley and beyond. That's because we offer a full range of care, everything from the routine to the specialized. You'll find pediatric cardiology, neurology, general surgery, and much more. And all this amazing care is nearby. St. Luke's Pediatrics, caring for your future.
We are back live here. We're getting ready for this matchup. Anna Howling, a senior at Lehighton Area High School, has talked to both coaches. She has her first report. Anna?
Hi, I'm Anna Howland from D11 Sports, and I'm here at Northwestern Lehigh for a Colonial League boys basketball matchup between Northwestern Lehigh and Lehighton. I spoke with both coaches. Here's what Coach Trevor Miller from Lehighton had to say about his team. He said they've had a pretty good first season in the Colonial League, and they've done fairly well. Tonight they're going to have to play a really competitive game against Northwestern Lehigh in order to come away with the win. Their players are going to have to work very hard, but they're confident in their abilities. This season, they've had a problem with staying healthy, especially right now with the absence of their point guard, so all of the guys have had to step up a little in order to fill that hole. Tonight they're going to have to slow down Northwestern Lehigh, limit their offense, and most importantly, stop them on transition. Northwestern Lehigh's head coach Patrick Wanamaker said that when they met last week, this game was really close and he expects nothing but the same for tonight. He says that his guys work very well together, they know how to play, and they've had a really good season, and they're confident going into this game. Tonight, they are going to have to stop Lehighton shooters, keep their pace, and go play hard right off the bat. Back to you guys.
All right, Anna, thanks a lot. Does a great job for us. She's been with the program for a couple of years, and we appreciate her efforts for sure. Tonight's game brought to you by Digital Scoreboard, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Stay on top of every fast break, three-pointer, and victory dance with Digital Scoreboards, where every moment of the game is in focus. Proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11. We're here to bring clarity and excitement to every play. Let's light up the court, keep the energy high, and bring home another big win. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury or get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. Also want to thank Howland Family Dental for tonight's sponsorship and Strategic Benefits One Group. As we get ready for this matchup, take a look at tonight's keys to the game as they are introducing starting lineups. We'll get to the starting lineups in a second, but we'll start, Mike, with the keys to the game.
Yeah, you look at Lehighton's key to the game, it's got to stop the transition points. I mean, Northwestern wants to run. They run as well as any team in the Lehigh Valley, and they got to slow the game down and not let Northwestern run the floor and get points. Can't make mistakes. They know Northwestern has more depth and is a little more talented than them. They cannot make mistakes and got to limit the turnovers. Flip side, Patrick Wanamaker's team, got to control that pace, push it, play fast. They're going to rotate 3-4 guys off the bench. And then the three big guys, Ralph Robertson, Dietz. Dietz is a little under the weather. It's not going to start, but that guy can shoot from anywhere. Pomerton ran a box of one on Dietz last game. Took no points in the second half, and Pomerton was able to upset Lehighton. So got to stop Dietz from hitting those three balls.
And no doubt, over 170 career threes. Last year alone, he had 70, so he can let it fly for sure. We will take a look at the starting five for both teams as they are being introduced to the crowd. We'll introduce you to them as well for tonight's game. John Light, Caden Meek, Talon Fairchild, Blake Roberts, and Joe Roth. Again, Dietz will not start but will play. Braden Johnson, their point guard, since he got hurt in the Saucon Valley game, they have been on this kind of mini losing streak that's brought him back down to earth. Brady Krimmel, 6-foot sophomore guard, Mason Bollinger, Eli Zimmerman, Gavin Nelson, and Shane Marth, your starting five for Northwestern. With that, we pause in On America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hands salute your first former member of the military and show proper respect as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Quarter brought to you by Strategic Benefits One Group in the Lehigh Valley, a premier broker in helping small, medium, and large businesses build a competitive employee benefits package, which includes retirement plan services and managing clients locally, as well as in more than 12 states. Visit their website at strategicbenefitsonegroup.com. We thank them for their continued dedication and support of D11sports.com. Mike Lagoe and Strategic Benefits One Group. Get ready for this matchup between these two teams, and we want to thank Jason Zimmerman for his hospitality. We are courtside. When I say we're courtside, we are courtside, Mike. As long as we don't take one out.
I got your back, Al.
Do you? Quickly to the basket is Gavin Nelson for the first two of the night. So both teams talked about tempo, and, obviously Lehighton wants to slow it down quite a bit if they can. And the jumper from the outside is good by Blake Roberts. That's his 5th three-pointer of the year. Excuse me, it's a long 2. Inside, attacking, and a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Lehighton. Northwestern beat Lehighton on January 16th, 72-63. Lehighton was leading in most of that game until the 4th quarter. Here's Roth, straight to the glass, high off the window, hits the side of the rim.
So much for slowing the pace down for Lehighton. They have not used much time, is what you want to get Northwestern to do. You want to get them to set up. Man-to-man defense here by Lehighton.
Outside shot won't drop. Shea Marth has that size inside for Northwestern at 6'6". That one knocked away. Now picked up, the little floater. Doesn't go by Fairchild. Nice outlet pass, and the basket by Mason Bollinger.
Again, that quick transition that Northwestern's looking to do. They get back. They're playing man-to-man. They'll play man-to-man. They'll do a little more trapping, though, off of their man. A little more full-court pickup than Lehighton.
Here's John Light. Light too hard off the glass. Once and done, ball loose, and it'll be Northwestern basketball. And a good sign right off the bat, Cole Dietz, who, again, was under the weather yesterday and is into the game. Again, he's averaging 17 points a game, Mike, 3 rebounds, 3 assists a game, and he has 56 three-pointers this year.
And that's obviously, hey, you weren't at practice, you weren't at, we're not going to start you. If they wait for that first whistle to get him in there, that's showing you he's good to go health-wise.
From the outside is Eli Zimmerman with his 13th three-pointer in the season, and Northwestern leads by a score of 7-2. And a quick steal. Nice feed. And maybe a timeout here. So Krimmel to Zimmerman. And a 9-2 lead for the Tigers.
And that was all set up by the trap by Zimmerman. They trapping the ball at the top of the key. Leads to the turnover. Nice bounce pass. Zimmerman with the finish. 5 points in a row for him. Big 9-2 opening lead here for the Tigers.
Brady Krimmel, the sophomore, averaging 3 assists a game. You can see kind of what he could do with the basketball. Actually, Trevor Miller and Pat Wanamaker, you can say they're friends, right? They're friends. They were in each other's wedding. They were the best man of each other's wedding.
Yeah.
And, I talked to Coach Wanamaker. I said, what's going to happen here? He goes, well, we're really we're best friends. But tonight,
Yeah. I was at Patrick's. I'm slightly related to him. I was at their wedding, and I do recall Patrick Wanamaker got married the day Penn State blocked the kick against Ohio State. The last time Penn State beat Ohio State.
Wow.
That was the day the wedding was going on.
Wow. There you go. Good insight. That's Joe Roth with the basket. Makes it 9-4.
By the way, who gets married during football season? That's a mortal sin. Oh, basketball coaches.
He's a basketball coach. I was gonna say.
There you go.
Outside. Too hard for Krimmel, but they get the rebound down low to Bollinger and one. Nice feed by Marth.
Yeah, it was good. And then the foul's going to be on John Light. First foul of the ball game on either team. Looking for the 3-point play. Bollinger with 5 points here. Him and Zimmerman both with 5 points. Early still in the first quarter.
12-4. Couple minutes in. And Coach could not talk more. Losing Brandon Johnson, the senior guard.
Well, you just talk. You got your strongest, most muscular guy at the top of the key handling the ball there, throws it away. And Brandon Johnson was quick. They're looking to get him. Talking to Coach, it sounds like he could be back. He's for the playoff stretch. He definitely wants to be back.
Downtown, that one a little long, ball loose. And right now, Northwestern doing a better job on the boards, getting second efforts. 3 minutes in. Criminal to inbound. Zimmerman drives inside, a whistle and a foul. He'll make his trip to the free throw line. Mike saw 99 points the other day, and I'm like, you don't usually see that. And then I thought about it in the beginning of the year. First game of the season in the Jeff Daly Classic, 102-101, Freedom over Notre Dame.
That's unbelievable. I remember I thought it was a misprint when I saw it. I'm thinking, there's no way there's enough time in a high school game to score 100 points. Somehow it happened.
Well, it's interesting you say that. I did Notre Dame and Wilson, and Wilson scored 76 or whatever they were, and they were all over Notre Dame, and you see the points flow. When you get in that little flow, it's like they're coming.
Yeah.
But to score 100.
Well, I didn't see the Northern Lehigh and Lehighton, Northwestern game where Northwestern scored 99 the other day.
Yeah.
Wow. Blake Roberts. This could be a 4-point play.
I guess he'll take this, huh? That's a big foul on Marth.
So as Roberts shoots his foul shot for the 4-point play, got it. Northern Lehigh, it was a blowout. So it's all the backups in, but Northern Lehigh doesn't have much depth. So their starters are still cranking it. Nice feed, nice basket there by Gavin Nelson, his second basket of the game. So the guys off the bench, they want to, they just want to keep playing.
That's it.
So they're shooting a lot, gets them to 99, and Northern Lehigh still got some guys in there, because they don't have much depth, and they get 66.
A long pass and a finish. Great look by Zimmerman to Bollinger. 19-7.
I'll tell you what, you might see close to 100 if this pace keeps up for the Tigers. Still 3:50 to go in the first quarter. They're almost at 20.
It's crazy how basketball is. Sometimes you don't see points scored for a while, and sometimes you see so many. But we like it. Roth making that look really easy. Scored his 1,000th point against Tamaqua. That's only his 4th three-pointer of the year. Looking at trade threes that don't. A little up there from Roth. This one from way downtown. No. And Zimmerman with the rebound, the step in, and a little bit too hard, but the follow is there by Marth. Up by 11. Oh.
Out.
And a basket by Roth.
I don't have time to write down
Nope.
on my sheet who scored.
I got you. I usually do, and I stopped doing that already. I'm just giving the lead every now and then. Spin move by Roth, but and the turnover. 21-12, a 9-point game.
Norris Bullock, experienced official on that call. He's joined by Mike Peterson today and Nathan Bernowski, our 3 officials here from District 11. Beautiful, crisp Friday night in New Tripoli.
It's crisp.
It's a heat wave compared to earlier in this
I
week.
know, right? Exactly. Shot from up top by Josh Wambald off the mark. And we'll go the other way again with Roberts. Roberts stopping and popping and nailing home the triple. So Roberts out of the gate. He's got 9. That's his season average.
Roberts was hurt earlier in the year. Missed most of December.
Mike, we talk about depth, and we even talk to coaches. When you have that depth, and there's Nelson with 2 more, how important is it in any sport?
Oh, absolutely. These schools, the smaller schools, the Colonial League schools, they're used to this. Because that's what, in football, everybody goes both ways. In basketball, you got 2-3 off the bench at best. You have to develop it. The problem is when you get an injury, and here's a nice steal by Nelson, finishes.
Nelson has 8.
When you lose, there's only 5 guys on the court in basketball. When you lose one of your stud players, that really can hurt you. And as Coach Miller, we said, he's been battling 3 key injuries this year. Meek, Roberts, and now his point guard, Braden Johnson. All missing time.
Yeah, he said, we have not been healthy all year long. Nice look down to Wombold for the basket. His first 2 of the night. And it matches the biggest lead of the game, back up to 12. And then the steal. Tigers looking pretty good. That one knocked out of bounds. Some more changes into the lineup.
And you have your fourth guys coming in. You know, Fitch is in, Wombold's in already. Now Brady Zimmerman comes in the ball game. You know, the depth that we just talked about, Northwestern does have it on this basketball team this year.
Final minute of quarter number 1.
Malachi Coleman's in.
Driving through.
But when you're going to play at a fast pace, you need to rotate guys.
Driving through is Coleman. Coleman, a 6'2" junior guard, averaging 3 points a game, 8 threes. Makes his visit to the free throw line.
Northwestern loves to get down in the corner. They go off the made baskets or off a rebound, get the ball down the court fast. Coleman goes to the hoop, picks up the foul, misses the first. Back in the ball game is Brady Krimmel.
Coleman, the son of Jeremy Coleman, who's the head coach for the girls at Palmerton, won the league championship a year ago. This is both free throws, but tries to battle for the rebound. We get a jump ball, possession arrow back to Lehighton. So 33 ticks on the clock, 26-15 is your score.
They actually got a foul there on Coleman, giving possession to Lehighton. Lehighton not doing that, slow the pace down. Got to hold it for the last shot, under 20 seconds here. Triple team.
And feed down to Roth. Roth got loose, went for the reverse, and we'll get to the free throw line.
Foul's going to be on Cannon Fitch, the 5'10" junior. Good shooter off the bench.
So Roth to the free throw line where he's at 70%. Makes the first one. Second one no good. The rebound, they'll send it right back out. Chance here, lost a handle, ball loose. And down to 4 seconds on the clock. Let it fly a little sooner than he maybe needed to. And it's a 10-point game after one. 26-16, Northwestern leading in our D11sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine.
Welcome to St. Luke's. St. Luke's is the largest hospital system in the Lehigh Valley with 20,000 employees at multiple hospital campuses, all located throughout northeastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey. Whether you're an experienced professional, an aspiring student, or a patient seeking care, you'll find your place here. Care doesn't just define your career at St. Luke's. Care is our culture.
Make game day an experience with digital scoreboards. Fans will experience every moment like never before. With stunning high-resolution displays, crystal clear sound, and custom animations packed with school pride, every single game is going to feel electric. From touchdowns to saves, three-pointers to pins, digital scoreboards makes every moment bigger, better, and unforgettable. Create the ultimate game day atmosphere with digital scoreboards because your fans deserve the best. Visit digitalscoreboards.net and see how we can transform every moment into something extraordinary.
We are back. Our D11sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Al DeCarlo, Mike Yadish, Anna Howling. So glad you could join us. Mike, your thoughts after one?
I thought exactly what Northwestern wants. They pushed the pace. You know, they 26 points in a quarter. What can you say? I mean, I thought Lehighton's offense was pretty good. 16 points isn't bad in a high school game, but they're not going to win this game with the pace that's going for Northwestern right now and their depth on their rotations coming in.
Inside in the basket by Roth. He's got two. Looked like they put 17 on. Did they change the score? Oh, they must have went to the thing. They had 17 afterwards. They added a point. Didn't see what happened there, though. Oh, back to action. And a triple from the outside by Coleman.
6'2" junior, only averaging 3 points a game, and he's got that average already. Lehighton's got to get some scoring from more players. They got 2 players with any points in Roberts and Roth right now. They're going to have to get Dietz in the game a little bit, get him open.
Well, I know when we talked to Coach Wanamaker, he said even during the week, he said, 3 guys on their team scored 57 of their 63 points. We can't let that happen.
Fitch goes out of the game. He picked up his 2nd foul.
A 10-point game. Good defense. That one slapped away by Bollinger. And the outlet pass high off the glass. Counted by Brady Zimmerman. He's on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that foul was actually on Krimmel, not on Fitch.
Nice tip. Eli Zimmerman to Krimmel. Back to Eli Zimmerman for the basket.
Just everything you want for Coach Wanamaker and the Northwestern Tigers. They are pressing the ball. Their time of possession between shots is not long. 33 points early here in the second quarter. What Coach Miller's got to be telling his players over there is like, hey, we can't have turnovers. We got to possess the ball on offense. We got to get good shots because that's at least 3-4 turnovers that have led to points for the team in white so far here early in this ball game.
Mike, who's playing tonight? What 2 teams? Just go with me here.
Northwestern and Lehighton.
And what color is Lehighton?
Lehighton is full head-to-toe maroon.
And what color am I wearing tonight?
Well, you see, Al, the rule is you don't root on press row. And even though some of our listeners know you live in the Northwestern School District, you decided, you know what? I'm going to wear a sweater.
No.
Another steal. That's going to be a foul here on number 30 on Cole Dietz, his first. And, talking now, I'm like, what do I wear? He goes, well, tuxedo.
Hold
then
on.
he goes, you decided.
First of all, no.
Go
First
ahead.
of all, I said, I usually wear a suit and tie, and you say it's going to be cold.
Yes.
Let's go sweater.
Yes.
And I went sweater, and I didn't realize when I left that I wore a maroon sweater.
A maroon sweater. I mean, like, how many years have you been doing this?
Long time.
Yeah. Maybe you want to tell your D11 sports youngster here, don't wear the other team's, one of the team's colors when you're trying to be a non-biased. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Well, I saw some people in the gym, and I got some text messages already that people are in the gym.
It's like Tom Brady, who's working the game this weekend in Philly, up in the box wearing green, or wearing
right. I agree.
Wearing the Commanders colors. Hey, look at me. That's okay.
Coach Wanamaker saw me. He was going to give me a Northwestern shirt. 33-19, back to action after my dumbness, if that's what you call it. I'm going back to suits. In transition.
Nice.
That was a good move, and then a whistle. Gavin Nelson show that acceleration.
Did they get Roth on that? Yeah, that's going to be his 2nd. Joe Roth. I'll tell you what I love about the Tiger gym right now, Al. A young man just walked by us, and he was double-fisted, and not the kind of double-fisted you're used to. He walked by us, coming from the snack stand, carrying himself a can of root beer and a cup with the foam from the root beer float in his right hand. They have root beer floats at the snack stand right now. And yes, Al, I might have my second one.
I was just
going to
say, you must have had one already.
Well, I said I'm going to stop at King Cone in Egypt on my way home after the game and get some ice cream, but they got it right here in Tiger's gym.
34-19, just 2 minutes into quarter number 2. It's funny because, Lehighton trying to slow the tempo down.
Another turnover.
But they, turned the ball over. And the defense for Northwestern has been very, very aggressive, as they've been all year.
And they're man-to-man. They're just jumping. They're double-teaming the top of the key, double-teaming the ball, and making the Lehighton players make a quick decision. Again, don't want to reiterate it a million times, but not having Brady Johnson, a senior point guard out there, who also averaged close to 7 points a game, is not doing them a favor. We're getting an offensive foul. I think they're going to get number 3, Brady Zimmerman, setting an illegal screen. Second one of the quarter, shooting after 5. There's that jump trap. Got to move the ball. Got to move the ball. Go to the hoop. Oh, that's a good pass.
Everything but the bucket, but then underneath is Roth. They'll whistle on a foul, and they will get Nelson, who came down hard on him.
It's his first, third team foul. Shooting 2 will be Joe Roth.
So Roth to the free throw line. Makes the first.
Substitution for the Tigers. 21, Shane Roth.
Double digits, 11 points for Joe Roth here. $12 points. Again, only 2 people, him and Blake Robertson, the only scorers for the Indians.
Trying to go baseline. That one taken away. Over to Eli Zimmerman. Zimmerman gives that one up. Here's Krimmel. Krimmel makes a nice move. And they'll reset the offense here with 5 minutes on the clock.
Nice look.
Now, when you have a guy that stands 6'6", and you have a player like Eli that knows where to put the ball, that's an easy pickings there.
Absolutely.
It's the biggest lead of the game, now 15.
Eli Zimmerman committed to Bloomsburg University, one of the top football players in the state of Pennsylvania this year, and he'll be going to Bloomsburg. I said to my brother when he said he's going to PSAC school, I said he's going to be a teacher, and he said, yep. So why not go to a PSAC school if you want to be an educator?
Correct.
That's going to be a 4th foul on Northwestern. 2nd foul on Shane Marth.
Well, Mike, this becomes interesting because there's still 4:30 on that clock. You know, one more foul. If you're at Lehighton, I know you like to hit from the outside, but you really have to attack the interior and try to get some more points.
Absolutely. And you got to look at stuff from realistic points of view. As Patrick Wanamaker's over there saying he went straight up and there shouldn't have been a foul. You know, you're down by 14 right now. You want to cut it down to under 10. You know, your goal right now by halftime should cut it under 10. You know, go in the, you know, feeling like, okay, we handled the storm. Northwestern has a little scoring drought here.
Zimmerman hits the back of the rim. Rebound over to Roth. John Light looking for some help there. Does finally give that up to Roberts. Here's Roth. Roth on a little fade. That went off the mark. Krimmel will bring it up for the Tigers. Midway point of the first half. Nelson. Wow, he makes it look easy. Makes it look real easy, Mike.
He's got 11. Leading scorer for Northwestern here in the first half.
It's now the biggest lead at 16 points.
Not doing much on offense here. Lehighton standing around. Now he gets some screens. Another turnover.
Yeah, turnovers have been a huge concern. See the shake of the head by Trevor Miller he's directly in front of us on the bench. Nelson with a big move towards the basket.
Nelson averaging 20 points a game. Well on his way to that in the first half.
Inside 3 minutes, all Tigers, 40-22 over Lehighton.
I just think Lehighton's standing around too much. They are setting some high screens, but need to do some more back cuts. He's going to be shooting 2 here. That's Fitch's. No, they're going to get Wombold his first, but 2-shot bonus here for Lehighton. They have to take advantage of this. When I said to you about cutting it under 10, they were down by like 12, 13. Now they're down by 18. And they've got to crawl back in this before they go to the locker room at halftime.
Dietz averages 17, still looking for his first point of the night.
As I said, Pomerton. This was the guy that Pomerton, when they upset Lehighton the other day, needed to shut down. And, you know, he's a 3-point marksman, and they did in the second half, and he's got no points here.
Zimmerman goes baseline and sends that one outside. Waiting, assessing, and scoring is Nelson the last 3 times down the floor.
Yeah, he's on
He's
fire.
got 7 in the quarter, 15 for the game. 20-point game. Lehighton, the well's gone dry right now.
Yeah, Roberts, you know, he decided I'm going to take it to the hole, but he's kind of spun away from the basket, made the shot much more difficult for himself. And you went from, I'm saying, cut it down to 10 before half to, hey, you might get mercy ruled early in the second half if you don't get it together, down by 20, and the mercy rule's 30. And Northwestern might be seeking blood in the water here and try to get a bigger lead going into halftime. And there's Fitch, deep.
That one rims out. 2 minutes on the clock. Now driving through, found a nice opening and a much-needed basket. That's Dietz's first. And quickly the other way. It'll be Lehighton basketball. 1:45 on the clock. And Fitch, maybe not the foul you want to get there. Again, that's, you stop the clock and you walk the floor. So Dietz now has his 3rd point of the night.
Now they have Fitch on the board for 3. I have him for 2.
Who do you trust?
What do you have?
I don't mark them. I trust the scorers table.
All right.
But you're pretty good with that. You know, you're pretty good with that, so I don't know. They fixed it, Mike, by the way. They have him with 2 now. Just want to throw that out there. You were correct.
Thank you.
I knew you were.
Well, Zimmerman, it's his first.
So 2 times down the floor. Now we're going to walk the floor.
Yeah, that's an off-the-ball foul on the rebound, not an offensive foul. And Lehighton has to take advantage of this. Aiden Solt, coming off the bench, has not been in the scorer's box yet, averaging almost 4 points a game, needs to make these foul shots.
Makes the first one. Second one, no good. Ball loose. They get it right back, and Roth goes up and scores. So new life here for Lehighton all of a sudden. It's 42-29. A 7-0 run. And that stops quickly as Bollinger hits a 3-pointer, his 12th of the year.
30-second timeout by the Tigers. And I think this is more Wanamaker wanted to get in one of his subs. You know, with almost a minute to go in the half. So he took advantage of that quick timeout, get a sub in. 16-point ball game out.
Tonight's action brought to you by Digital Scoreboard, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Stay on top of every fast break, 3-pointer, and victory dance with Digital Scoreboards, where every moment of the game is in focus. Proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11. We're here to bring clarity and excitement to every play. Let's light up the court, keep the energy high, and bring home another big win. We're here in the second quarter with 1:11 left. Biggest lead was at 20, 42-22. Since then, a 7-2 run by Lehighton, a 7-3 run, by Lehighton. And they have possession of the basketball. Nelson on Dietz. Dietz trying to see if he can find the spot. Nice feed down over to Roth. Roth goes up and gets a nice roll. Not going away for sure. Coming right back down by 14. And nailing the three on the other side is Brady Zimmerman.
Just answering Northwestern every time. You got to hold this for one shot. I know there's a fast pace here, but don't want to give Northwestern the last shot. Might get a 5 count. Too quick.
And nice basket there by Roberts. Final seconds, final 11 seconds.
Because these guys aren't going to wait.
Zimmerman, no. Rebound loose. Let this one fly if they have it. 2 seconds. This will count if it goes. It does not. 48-33. So 48-33 the score. And we'll wait to hear from Coach Wanamaker. And we go over to Anna, who has coach.
Hi, I'm Anna Holland here at the halftime report with Northwestern Lehigh's coach, Coach Wanamaker. What's the most important thing your team has done today in order to keep ahead of Lehighton?
I think we're pushing the pace really well. We're getting stops, not quite as many as I'd like, but we're getting stops and we're getting out in transition, which is where we thrive.
Talk about the defense that your team's doing in order to limit Lehighton from scoring.
Yeah, we're doing a really good job. We gave up a couple second chance points in the second quarter, so we're going to talk about that, hopefully clean that up a little bit, but defensively we've been doing everything we want to do.
And then in the second half, what's going to be something that's really important in order to come away with a win tonight?
We got to handle the physicality. Lehighton's coming. They got to make up some possessions here in the second half. It's going to be more physical. We just got to accept that and overcome it in the second half.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
All right, Anna, thanks a lot. Thanks to Coach Wanamaker as well. We're at the half. It's 48-33. You're watching our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine.
Make game day an experience with digital scoreboards. Fans will experience every moment like never before. With stunning high-resolution displays, crystal clear sound, and custom animations packed with school pride, every single game is going to feel electric. From touchdowns to saves, three-pointers to pins, digital scoreboards makes every moment bigger, better, and unforgettable. Create the ultimate game day atmosphere with digital scoreboards because your fans deserve the best. Visit digitalscoreboards.net and see how we can transform every moment into something extraordinary.
Since its inception, the Temple St. Luke School of Medicine has focused on cultivating local talent. Training medical students in the Lehigh Valley has significant long-term benefits for our region's healthcare. Our medical students learn here, stay here, and establish practices here, becoming a true community asset. Start here and train with the next generation of healthcare providers for our region. Learn more at sluhn.org/SOM.
48-33 at the half. Al DiCarlo alongside Mike Yadish. So glad you can join us here. Our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. And taking through the first half scoring so far here, we'll start with Lehighton. Lehighton, a point for Aiden Solt. Blake Roberts has 11. Joe Roth with 17 to lead the way. And Cole Dietz with 4. Obviously, they want to get him involved at the same time and put him in position where he can knock home some threes. And, Mike, you know it. And I just coached the other night, threes are better than twos. Obviously, you can get back into a game real fast, with three-point shooting. We're looking at some of the highlights at the same time. Bollinger has 10 points at the half, 5 points for Brady Zimmerman, including a 3. Eli Zimmerman has 9 points. Josh Wambold has 2. Gavin Nelson has 15 to lead the charge. 4 points for Shane Martin, and 3 points on the lone three-pointer by Malachi Coleman. Your thoughts, Mike, here in the first half?
I think it's totally favored everything about Northwestern. Pat Wanamaker could say, we got this to fix, this to fix. You scored 48 points in a Colonial League game where the clock is not very long, and that whole, they might break that Notre Dame ideal or get past their 99 they had against North Lehigh the other day, because they're just doing everything perfect, at least offensively. I get it. Maybe he doesn't want to give up 33, but the rotation looks good. The players coming off the bench, everybody's fresh. And I think, outside of the foul trouble they got in, I think Northwestern's just dominating this basketball game.
You said two things. Rotation looks good and they're quick. I mean, if you hear that anytime, rotation, you're going to win basketball games, and that's why you're 13-1 and 16-2.
Yeah, absolutely. They got a great system here. They got a winning mentality. They got guys that, did it at the ultimate level on the football field. You got your best basketball player back from last year in Nelson, who's playing good basketball. I mean, they're peaking here as the Colonial League's knocking on our doorstep. The championship's coming up, Al, and then district playoffs.
Yeah, we're going to start the playoffs right around the corner for the Colonial League, and you'll have the 12th, the 13th, or excuse me, the 11th, the 12th, and the 14th for the Colonial League championships, which indeed is right around the corner. And then they'll start things off with the quarterfinals on that Saturday. Again, 8 teams this year, a little bit different. And because of those 8 teams, you start looking at the standings, and it gets pretty interesting because, there may be a team that's pretty good and not going to make it into the mix as we bring them on in. Again, this is the league standings, but you talk about the division. Notre Dame and Bangor are playing tonight. They're both 3-1, in the year. So it depends tonight or tomorrow. Depends on who wins that. Bangor has an easier road the rest of the way, so that can make that interesting because, of course, if you win your division, a little bit different. But 8 teams get in. If you start doing that calculation, to me, Wilson, which I saw, if they get hot, they could be, lights out. Salisbury, Southern Lehigh, and Catasauqua, those 3 are probably one of those teams are not going to make it in the mix. So you just want to keep winning here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, there are going to be a lot of division games you're going to see here at the end. And I think some big wins is, Catasauqua knocked off Lehighton, I believe, a week ago. Palmerton, who's not going to make the playoffs, but them beating Lehighton this week is big for those other teams. So, Lehighton, they've got to win some ball games here to make it, but they're in pretty good position right now. But take them to 9-6 if they lose this game, and right there, look at Caddy, look at Salisbury, look at Wilson. There you are, back to the 8. Notre Dame's a lock, Saucon's a lock, Northwestern's a lock, Bangor's probably a lock. Right. All right. After, let's assume they lose to Notre Dame at 11-5. After that, anybody's ball game to fill out the second half of that bracket.
Yep. So we'll see. Right now we're at the half. 48-33 is your score. You're watching our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine.
We are so proud that we won our Top Workplaces Award 2 years in a row.
We are, without question, the #1 health system in this valley. Every award we get demonstrates that every day, over and over and over again. And who gets the credit for that? Our employees.
They continually show up committed and dedicated to our patients, our families, our communities, and each other.
Make game day an experience with digital scoreboards. Fans will experience every moment like never before. With stunning high-resolution displays, crystal clear sound, and custom animations packed with school pride, every single game is going to feel electric. From touchdowns to saves, three-pointers to pins, digital scoreboards makes every moment bigger, better, and unforgettable. Create the ultimate game day atmosphere with digital scoreboards because your fans deserve the best. Visit digitalscoreboards.net and see how we can transform every moment into something extraordinary.
You're determined to stay active and enjoy life. Be at your best every day with St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Start here and we'll get you back to doing what you love. With locations throughout the region, including our new St. Luke's Orthopedic Hospital West End campus, the best place for orthopedic care is always close to home. St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Start here, go farther.
St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. This quarter brought to you by Strategic Benefits One Group in the Lehigh Valley, a premier broker in helping small, medium, and large businesses build a competitive employee benefits package, which includes retirement plan services and managing clients locally as well as more than 12 states. Visit their website, strategicbenefitsonegroup.com. We thank them for the continued dedication and support of D11sports.com, Mike Lagoe, and Strategic Benefits One Group. Tonight's action brought to you also by Digital Scoreboards, your leader in video scoreboards displays. Stay on top of every fast break, three-pointer, and victory dance with Digital Scoreboards, where every moment of the game is in focus. Proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11, where we'll bring clarity and excitement to every play. Let's light up the court, keep the energy high, and bring home another big win. So one half in the books. We get ready for the second half of play. And as Mike mentioned, 48 points in that first half for Northwestern Lehigh. Obviously some big numbers for them as they come on through. And we'll see what happens here in the second half. Again, the guy that's got to get hot has to be Dietz to get some of those threes back. And they got to do them early, I think, to stop some momentum here, even though they scored 7 straight there at one point in that program. But looking the rest of the way, on the road for Lehighton at Jim Thorpe, home against Northern Lehigh, and home against Jim Thorpe. So the last 3 games, all winnable for Lehighton when we were talking about that schedule.
Hard to believe they loaded Jim Thorpe at the end of the year like that. That close.
Yeah, and I don't know if that happened or if that was weather. I'm not sure. I didn't look. And the feed down low in the basket quickly by Krimmel. He's on the scoreboard. Krimmel averages 3.4 his first 2, but he has a couple of assists so far. So 50 points. And the steal by Zimmerman. And the quick toss across. And the basket to Gavin Nelson. And Northwestern's floating along right now. 52-33. Back up to a 19-point game that quickly.
Tough shot.
Yeah, hand in the face. Not a good shot, actually. It just bounced back out. Nelson over to Bollinger. Outside. Three-pointer. Makes it look easy for the big guy. His 18th three-pointer of the season. And a 7-0 run to start. And the biggest lead of the game, now 22.
Yeah, I don't think the halftime adjustments went well for Coach Miller. That probably everything he told his team that we have to do at halftime just went down the tubes. They give up 3 baskets right away, 1 a three-pointer, and just transition basketball, and Northwestern just playing really, really, really well.
Northwestern will be at home against Moravian Academy, on the road against Jim Thorpe, and end the regular season with Palmerton, their final 3 games. Again, see how the matchups are. You look at the success of Northwestern Lehigh, 72-0 with 3 state championship between the boys and girls soccer team and the football team. Throw in the field hockey team that went 21 or 20-4. You're looking at 92-4 for 4 team sports. Impressive. And, out of the gate, Northwestern in league play for the boys at 14-1, for the girls at 15-0. Chris Deutsch just got his 385th win for the ladies as well. So things are going well in New Tripoli.
By the way, I have a secret for you, Al. Their softball team's going to be one of the best teams in the state in the spring.
Well, they were great last year, and you're right. I'll tell you what, Gavin Nelson, he scored his 1,000th point against Kutztown, but the way he plays the game, he makes it look so flawless.
And again, you could tell, even though he's not tall, because he's a high jumper, how high he gets in the alley-oop.
Oh,
great
nice
job from Zimmerman to Marth. Just back to Nelson, the way his quick shot, the way he gets up on his jump shot. Very hard to defend.
An 11-0 run, and that stops after a three-pointer by Dietz.
first one of the game.
(59-36). That remains Northwestern basketball.
Solt coming in off of the bench for Northwestern along with Talon Fairchild.
Last year, Lehighton went 14-9. They returned 6 of their key players. Yeah, Coach Miller talking about, we just got to get healthy. They get healthy, you can see what they're capable of doing for sure.
Nelson got himself caught in the air. That's a foul. Little headlock down low on Bollinger.
Krimmel says everyone's moving away. I'll take the shot. That one off the mark, ball loose. Spin move, Dietz wanting it. Sends it outside. That one right into the hands of Bollinger. Outlet pass. Nelson. He's been smooth all night long. He's got 6 in the quarter, 21 for the game.
Past his average.
61-36.
Nice move. Couldn't finish. Joe Roth. Why not? Nelson again.
Yeah, right. Krimmel drops home a tray. 12th three-pointer of the season for Brady Krimmel.
Al, you're 2 points away from the mercy roll.
64-36. That one gets tapped. And we're approaching the midway point of the third quarter.
Third foul on Marth. Let's see if they pull him from the game. Don't really have to with this comfortable lead.
Free throw made by Caden Meek.
First bucket of the game.
(64-38). .4:14 on the clock. Zimmerman. He's tall, but you still got to get stretched a little bit, over a defender. That's Wanamaker saying, wait a minute, just because he's tall.
It's his fourth foul. See, Patrick Wanamaker is going to say that while he was in the air, the box out pushed him out of the way. But he's still, he really, really reached over the defensive box out. Not sure what number that was, but he's got 4.
Yeah, we may not see him for a while.
Nah, and Womble comes in.
That one taken right away by Krimmel. Over to Nelson, and Nelson glides in for the deuce.
I just have across my paper 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. I'm running out of room for Nelson.
(66-38). Long range 3, no. Rebound underneath, yes, count it for Meek. First basket, he's got 4. A release off the baseline by Nelson doesn't go. And they'll run it over. Taken by Dietz.
Right from our angle here, you can see that hole open up there.
Yeah.
Nelson takes advantage of it. Just couldn't finish. Nice crowd here tonight too, Al.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's Friday night. It's not -2.
Nelson with the steal.
The takeaway.
Good job of twisting his body a little bit, getting the foul call. Aiden Soul picks up his first. His first team foul here. You can see, watch Nelson just muscle the ball away, gets a little held up. And right here, instead, they're looking for a charge was Solt, but Nelson did a great job turning his body, not giving him a full shot. He picks up the defensive foul, and he'll shoot 2.
Nelson makes the free throw.
For the Indians, number 14, Blake Roberts.
Roberts checks back in the ball game. Had a strong first half for the Indians. 6'2" junior.
25 points now for Gavin Nelson. 68-40 with 2:33 on the clock. Over to Roth.
Tough shot. Draws the foul. That's going to be on Coleman, his second.
So Blake Roberts goes to the free throw line at 65%. He's got 11 points.
Substitution for the Tigers. Number 3, Brady Zimmerman.
It's 1 of 2. There's Eli Zimmerman.
Somehow got it through there to his brother. Fouls are picking up here.
That's Coleman that got drilled. He'll go to the free throw line.
That calls on Joe Roth, his third.
And foul number 23, Joe Roth, his third, 17th foul on the line for the Tigers. For 24, Malachi Coleman shooting 2.
68-41. Now 4 points for Coleman. You know, when I was talking to Pat Wanamaker, he said he had 83 possessions against Northern Lehigh. I said 83. He said, "Yeah." I was like, "That's a lot of that's a lot of possessions." But I guess when you score 99 points, you're going to get those kind of possessions.
1 of 2 for Coleman. 27-point lead. 28-point lead. Haven't heard from Roth this half.
Nope.
I'll go to the line.
Northwestern foul number 11, Caden Fitch, his third.
Cannon Fitch picks up his third.
Joe Roth shooting 2.
So Roth scored his 1,000th a few days back against Tamaqua. He now has 18 in the game, right around his average of 19. One of 2. Fitch with the basketball over to Zimmerman.
Good luck.
Great movement of the basketball. Here's Brady Zimmerman, eyes up the 3 bomb. That one hits the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Roth. 1:32 on the clock.
Another steal by the Tigers. Pushing up the floor, wide open Fitch.
69-42 it remains. Aiden Salt, pass down over. Roth thought he got bumped off the ball. Instead, it's 3-on-2 over to Fitch. Fitch will get the deuce.
His first basket of the game.
71-42.
Under a minute to go here in the third.
If you're just joining us here, our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. It's been all Northwestern as they go, and go. Brady Zimmerman hits the front of the rim. Rebound. They'll get another chance. Here's Fitch from downtown. That one a little short. Over to Dietz. That one knocked away. Again, we talk about the defense. It's been there. Gets shielded here, but there's a shot and count the basket by Blake Roberts. He's got 14.
Think Northwestern will hold it with 15 seconds to go?
They should.
Yeah.
They could.
No.
Mike, when we come back for the fourth, I'm going to look at that those district rankings in that 4A classification because it's interesting there in that 4A class. So Krimmel to inbound with 4.9 seconds. Fed to the corner. Here's Krimmel, gets it back. That one a little bit too hard. Ball loose. And 71-44, all Tigers after 3. You're watching our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine.
You're determined to stay active and enjoy life. Be at your best every day with St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Start here and we'll get you back to doing what you love. With locations throughout the region, including our new St. Luke's Orthopedic Hospital West End campus, the best place for orthopedic care is always close to home. St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Start here, go farther.
Make game day an experience with digital scoreboards. Fans will experience every moment like never before. With stunning high-resolution displays, crystal clear sound, and custom animations packed with school pride, every single game is going to feel electric. From touchdowns to saves, three-pointers to pins, digital scoreboards makes every moment bigger, better, and unforgettable. Create the ultimate game day atmosphere with digital scoreboards because your fans deserve the best. Visit digitalscoreboards.net and see how we can transform every moment into something extraordinary.
Three in the books, 1 to play. All Tigers. Al DiCarlo, Mike Yadish, Sean Riley, Sports Band Based Network, Anna Howland. Well, Mike, your thoughts through 3 quarters?
Yeah, same as I felt at halftime. Northwestern's doing everything they want. It's just a matter of time when this clock is continually running, and it's going to happen really quick. Not yet.
Well, we talked about the district standings in that 4A classification, because in the 4A class, you have Northwestern, who's just rolling tonight, right now at this point, and Central Catholic is in that 4A classification. They've had a tremendous year to this point as well. You know, two of the better teams, you know, in the Lehigh Valley. You know, again, there's other teams in there, but, you know, those are the 2 favorites, you know, at that point. But you never know. When it comes to basketball, you never know what's going to happen depending on the way the matchups are. Right now, it's Central Catholic 1, Northwestern 2, Saucon Valley 3, Lehighton 4, Wilson 5. Becca not in, and they got to win out really to get in. Salisbury is in the mix, and Panther Valley right now. Basket is good by Roberts. He's got 16. So that 4A class becomes really interesting class.
Yeah, and that's why I think Northwestern knows, I mean, they can play with anybody. It can beat anybody. But they know on paper, Central Catholic's the favorite to win that 4 class. And they have, was that 21?
Yep. Marth now
they
has
have
11.
2 of the best players in the Valley, Vigo and Mushrush. So, but the good thing is, which Northwestern also knows, is Nelson, another 2. They take 2 to states in that classification this year. So 3 actually. So if they get there, they can go on into the state playoffs, because, you know, this team, and I'm going to say this team can't beat Central Catholic because they can. And, you know, Central Catholic got beat by a Freedom, I think, somebody this year that didn't expect to win. So
wow.
You never know, but you know, they want to go after this Colonial League first and try to win a championship with this really talented team they have.
29 points right now.
There you go. Look, he's going to
Gavin Nelson.
Watch, he's going to go baseline. He's over here. He wants the ball. He gets in the corner, drives baseline, twists his body, gets the N1.
Yeah, Mike, I looked today, and it's 3 teams that get in that 4A classification. So, you know, that says a lot. Again, you want to get there, you want to win the whole thing and everything like that. But if there's a stumbling block, there is space to make a run into the state playoffs.
Yeah. And what they want to win the Colonial League, and they want to hope Central Catholic wins these Penn conferences. They're both 1 and 2, you know, in the district
Correct.
rankings, and wouldn't run into each other until a championship game.
Right.
Clock will be rolling now, Mr. DiCarlo. Might want to tell your daughter a little earlier to go out and start the car for you. Make sure that bad boy's really warm before you go out after post game.
Well, I'm not going to do that just yet. You just got her permanent. Let her. She's not out of there starting the car by herself. Let's not do that.
Wait a minute. What?
78-46.
Now, Al, as the game
Here we
continues with the clock going,
Here we go.
you have older children. Am I correct?
Yes.
You've been through this mountain.
Yes.
You just said, I'm not going to allow my teenage daughter to start the car who has her permit. I don't know about letting her start the car at 16. What? Seriously, are you babying this young child or what?
You have to have someone in the car, right? Just got her permit. Can't be in
She
there.
goes to the school here. It's in a bright parking lot. I ain't going to let her start the car. She's going to be driving around the valley in a year. No, I'm sorry, honey. You ain't starting that car.
78-47. She can start your car.
I'll let her start my car. I'll actually give her my keys right now.
Back to action.
Oh, yeah, there's this
Over the
basketball
light.
game going on.
To the corner. The three is up. And knocking that one home is Caden Meek. That's a three. That's his fourth three-pointer of the season.
Nice drive.
Braden Burke is on the
Using the
scoreboard.
left. 5'10" junior. And that's the thing with Northwestern being so good this year. Pat Wanamaker knew is get the finish there by Cole Dietz. Pat Wanamaker knew he's got a great team this year. This is his team. They had their ups and downs last year. To get a three-pointer. Rebound by Lehighton.
That was the goalie with the
Ahead to
three.
Roth.
Doesn't take it. Roth gets two more there.
But he loses three starters off of this team this year. But so many of these guys, when you're a good team and you get games like this, they get a lot of run. He's playing a lot of players, so a lot of his underclassmen are getting playing time. And then they're getting fourth quarter to themselves, which is really good for experience and to continue the program. And that's what Pat wanted to build here, like the other sports now have here, is a consistent program. He wants to keep that basketball team where every year they're expected to be right there at the top, like they are in football, like they are in boys and girls soccer, like they are in softball, baseball sometimes. Field hockey has now gotten to a level. Northwestern lacrosse has now gotten to that level that they, wanted to be at when they started the programs.
Well, it's interesting, Mike. You talk about, getting this opportunity when you get a chance to get into the game. Here's Salt. He stops. That one's short. Rebound underneath, and basket doesn't fall. And he'll go over to Fitch. I go back to the year Penn Argyl had that unbelievable football team.
Yeah.
That by halftime they were up 35, and there's a shot by Fitch. He hits the three. He's got 5 now, and the team by the time they were done the season, the backup players had almost 4 games in because they played the second half of every game, and that's experience, and that's what you're seeing. Here, all these players. You said the whole fourth quarter. That's a lot of and you're with the same players that are all going to be back next year.
Yep.
83-57.
More guys coming in. Nolan Fitzgerald will come in, along with Harrison Wortman, 6'1" sophomore.
So Tigers with the running clock. 2:15 remaining. Inside spin move. No, and the rebound. That one doesn't go. And the other thing is, and I talk about this a lot. And now he wanted a shot, didn't get it. These are the guys in practice that are battling like crazy and going nuts. And they want to get in the game, and they want to produce. They want to show the coach, if you need me, I'm ready.
Yep.
Everything but the basket, they don't get it. Rebound goes to Brady Zimmerman. Outside, over to Nolan Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets it back, goes over the window, and he scores. Nolan Fitzgerald, the senior, with the basket.
Only averaging 1 point a game, so he's doubled his average. Rocking that beard that you had back in your day, Al.
Yeah, sure.
Burke's got your mullet from the 80s out there.
Shot no good.
You were quite the mullet-bearded man on the tennis courts in Trojan land, weren't you?
Yeah, back in the day.
There's Burke right on.
Inside 50 seconds. So obviously when that clock moves, it's like football, right? When the clock moves, the quarter goes awfully fast for sure.
Yeah, and they don't even stop it for foul shots anymore. I mean, it just, we're out of here in 30 seconds. Better get your interview ready. Once he approaches the line, the clock stops. And 2 shots.
So basket by Salt. Watching us here on Friday, huge wrestling match tomorrow night at D11sports.com, Easton and Peaburg. That'll be at the 25th Street Gymnasium. Well, a couple days after scoring 99 points in the game. The Tigers.
Oh, they would have got it if it wasn't for the mercy roll kicking in.
Thinking about it, eyeing up the 3. That one's short.
He got net.
Fitzgerald wanted that one. Final seconds, and likely the last shot here. That one doesn't go. Ball loose. Time comes to a conclusion. 85-59, all Tigers in this one. We'll get Anna Hallen lined up, which I don't see her anywhere yet. Oh, there she is. And Anna's set right now, and we'll go over to Anna right now with the interview. Go ahead, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna Howland here with the District 11 Player of the Game, Gavin Nelson. Talk a little bit about what you and your team did in order to pull away this big win over Lehighton.
You know, Coach Wanamaker always tells us defense is the major part of the game for us, so he told us to go out there, just be aggressive on the defensive side, and everything will happen on the offensive side just because of our defense. So the main part was just our defense tonight.
It seems like every time you have the ball, it goes in the basket. How do you make that happen?
Mostly it's just confidence, you know, especially having these guys around me. You know, they all know our strength. They all know the weaknesses. So me just getting the ball and it going in is just due to them, just getting me open. And a major part of the game is just confidence, you know, always having the mentality that the shot's going in and just hoping and, you know, just keep shooting.
Moving forward in the season, how does that look for you and your team?
Oh, great. You know, this was a big win for us. You know, last game I think we won by 8 or 9. But this was a huge statement win for us tonight, and I think this will help us build confidence for later in the season.
All right, thank you so much. Good luck with the rest of your season. Back to you guys.
All right, Anna, thanks a lot. Take you through the scoring here. Not sure where Coach Wanamaker ran off to. All right, she will get him. And I'll get you the scoring after this play.
He's with Hayden, his son.
All right, standing by, and she's got Coach.
We talked before the game. That's Trevor's son. He's my godson.
Hi, I'm Anna Howland here with Coach Wanamaker. After that big win over Lehighton tonight, talk about what was different in this game opposed to the last game against Lehighton.
Defensively, we were better tonight. You know, we were able to get stops at a more consistent clip, and we were able to get out in transition. They limited our transition last time we played. We were able to get out a little bit better tonight.
What was the biggest thing that your guys did on offense to come away tonight?
They shared the basketball. You know, I always tell them, give up a good shot to get a better one and keep making the right basketball play, and we did a really good job of that tonight.
And then looking forward in the season, what's next for you and your team in the districts and leagues?
We're just going to keep getting better every day. Keep trying to be better tomorrow than we were the day before. You know, not being complacent, you know, and just trying to improve in any area that we can.
All right, thank you so much, and good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Anna, and that was his godson there.
Yeah, I didn't see who he was with. He wasn't with Hayden. He was with his Trevor's son, who's his godson. Yeah, I guess they are pretty good friends.
Yeah, I was going to say pretty good. All right, scoring, Krimmel with 5, 10 for Bollinger, 5 for Bray Zimmerman, Eli Zimmerman with 9, 2 points for Josh Womble, Kenan Fitch with 5, 30 points, a game high for Gavin Nelson, 11 for Shane Marth, 4 points for Malachi Coleman, 2 points for Nolan Fitzgerald, and Brandon Burke, finishes with 2 points for the Indians. 3 points for Aiden Solt, 7 points for Caden Meek, 16 points for Blake Roberts, 24 points, a team high for Joe Roth, and 9 points for Cole Dietz. With the loss, it's now 13-6, 9-6 in league play. For Northwestern, they're now 17-2 and 14-1 in league play. Mike, your final thoughts?
Yeah, I just thought it was a really, now I want to say a perfect game, but it was more than the doctor ordered for Pat Wanamaker's team. And I like what he said there. They shared the ball. Even though they were pushing the pace, there were some good passes going on, whether it was on the fast break or once they got down, Scepter, bam, 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 shots were off quick. They shared the ball. They played, continual defense where they were working together on the traps and creating the offensive plays, and just, to only win the game by 8 when they played recently, and then to win the game in a mercy roll situation. Really, really good win for the Northwestern Tigers as they finish out the season.
And again, they'll both be in the district playoffs, but we'll expect them both to, possibly be in the league playoffs, and they may meet again. So it could be the third or fourth time down the road. For tonight, again, all Northwestern, they win this one 85-59. For Anna Hallen, did a great job, the Lehighton senior on the sidelines for Sean Riley, Sports Fan Base Network, and his team. Everyone did a great job there. Mike Yadish always doing a good job. Everyone here at D11sports.com, including Dave Micah, who's probably hanging out at home, relaxing and doing his own thing, hanging out. I always take a shot when I can. 85-59, your final. Northwestern wins it, and they're cruising along. Now 17-2 overall. That'll do it for tonight. You've been watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.